All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory, all honors unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. This will be an update to, of course, the coming, the fulfillment of the prophecy in Revelation, the 13th chapter, dealing with this technology that will be used in your hand and forehead, pursuant to the 16th and 17th verse for buying and selling. All right, what we call the M to the O to the B. All right, but you can read those verses, Revelation 13, 16 to 17. And I have a few headlines from biometricupdate.com. Matter of fact, let me get the scripture. Let me get blue letter. All right, and I'm gonna read. Let's see here, Revelation 13, and I'm going to read the 15th verse. Okay. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right. The he is talking about Esau. Okay. And the beast is talking about the revived Roman Empire, which is this current system underneath Esau. This new Roman system, which is based around so-called Western hegemony. All right. Which would consist of NATO, the EU, and America, okay? And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Now, what's the image of the beast? The image of the beast is the system of NATO, the EU, and America, all right? Pretty much Western hegemony started with those countries, which these same countries make up the former Roman Empire. All right, the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns. Okay, that has been revived in these modern times. Okay, and what they're doing is they're creating a new way of life for everything you see around you, the way you interact. Everything is going digital. Not only is everything going digital, but everything is going biometric. Okay? They want to be able to measure your body through technology. That is Esau's claim to power. Okay? And you can read down unto the 18th verse, which the key points, like I mentioned, are in verses 16 and 17. All right, these things are all leading up to this system that they're putting in place is leading up to the charagma, okay, which is a physical thing. It's a physical thing, all right, when you go into the MARK in verse 16, all right, they're going to put something inside of you, all right? Technology inside of you, right? But before they get to that point, they're setting up a system where they can measure the body pretty much through any technological means they can, okay? So I'm gonna read a few headlines. I'm not gonna make this long. I'm gonna read a few headlines, and I want you to see the systematic gradualism that's happening with this technology, with these body measuring technologies that is emerging in different countries around the world. Tech corporations are teaming up with governments to put these things in place. Okay? So I want to start off with the first article here. And this is just the headline. Now, this is from March 23rd. It says, Panera deploys Amazon One Palm Biometrics to facilitate payments loyalty program. All right. And um, I did a video dealing with this before. But pretty much you can see, and you can see what hand he's holding up. All right. What hand is that being held up? All right. According to the way this image is facing. Now, it could be his left hand. All right. And they just flipped the image. But as you can see, this would be a right hand. Okay. Because how much more does the Lord have to throw these things in the faces of you Israelites, man? All right? You gainsayers and naysayers out there. Okay? How much more does the Lord have to use Great Millstone to tell you this is what the elites of this society are doing? They're getting the people plumped up, right? Like the witch and Hansel and Gretel. This is what's going on, okay? The witch and Hansel and Gretel, right, fattened up those kids so she could eat them, right, in the old story. Well, this is what the elites are doing with this system. They're fattening the public. They're fattening the people up to get them used to these different types of technologies. So when they finally introduce the device to go inside of you, people are going to want to take it, okay? Remember, we're dealing with the devil. What does the devil mean? Deceiver. He has to deceive you into accepting it. Okay? Now it says, Panera deploys Amazon One Palm Biometrics to facilitate payments, loyalty program, JP Morgan to test face Palm Biometrics at U.S. merchants. Now we know that JP Morgan ties directly back to the elites of this society, all right? The elite bankers of Edom. So once they fund these things and they get into this realm, we know exactly who's in control. Where do you see JP Morgan talking about sin? Okay? And like I mentioned in a previous video, in order for for Esau to push sin as the means of people being able to buy and sell, as Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC says, right, and other groups too, okay, but I'm just going to use IUIC as an example. In order for Esau to push sin, for you to be able to buy and sell, that means Esau would have to pretty much hold the laws of God as some viable form of measurement in order for you to say you sin. Because we all know, according to Scripture, okay, that sin is the transgression of the law. Not the transgression of Esau's laws, but the transgression of the laws of the Most High. So Esau would have to hold the laws of the Most High in high regard for him to even accept that sin is a form of payment, if he could measure it. But he can't, because that's a spiritual thing. And this prophecy is not dealing with spirituality. It's dealing with the carnal system that Esau is setting up as we speak. He's setting this thing up to trap the people as forever slaves, okay? He wants everyone to be his slaves. He wants to be able to know what you're thinking, what you're eating, when you use the bathroom, how much food you eat, the calories. He wants to measure everything. He wants to be like the Most High. How can Israelites preach that the devil, Esau, wants to be like the Most High, but he isn't using this technology to be able to do things the Most High can do? Remember, Yahweh Shai said that the hairs of your head are numbered. You think Esau doesn't want to create some kind of technical, physical device to be able to count the numbers of hairs on your head? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He wants to know how much hair you have on your head, because he wants to be like the Most High. He wants to know your conditions of your body. You know, whether you're healthy, whether you're sickly. That's why everything has a measurement. I mean, you get these phones now; they got heart rate monitors and things like that. Because he wants to be like the Most High. Okay. So he's doing everything through biometrics. Okay. I'm just going to read some of this. It says American bakery company Panera has added the Amazon One Palm Vein biometric solution to its My Panera loyalty program to facilitate placement of orders, payments, as well as access to personalized rewards. So yeah, so when they ultimately roll out this Karagma, what are they going to do? They're going to roll these things out with incentives. The same thing they did with the Jabba Juice, man. Okay? They're going to give you all kinds of reward programs, double cheeseburgers, frequent flyer miles, because all this is going to go into the airports too. But I'm just saying that this is the system. This is we are seeing the image being set up. That's why we're having these bank failures. Okay, that's why you're seeing millions of dollars disappearing. Okay, if not billions of dollars disappearing a year through these different banks and these different corporations and institutions, all right, foundations and so on. It's because everything is being taken to be funding this new system, all right, and to transform the world. Now I'm gonna go to the next headline, all right, and this is what they're doing in France. It says France adopts AI surveillance bill ahead of 2024 Olympics, drawing controversy. Okay? So this is in France. They want to use AI. They want to give the police the authority to use AI for surveillance purposes ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympics. And it's not just going to be used for the Olympics. It's going to be used forever after that. They're setting these things up around the world. This is a global movement. Jake got to say this is a movement. Well, Esau got the real movement. And the real movement is to put everyone in the digital world, man. Okay? Take over the world through digital and technological means, through physical means, not spiritually sinning. The devil don't work like that. Remember, the scripture says the devil runs to and fro throughout the earth. Okay? Them demons, they work through the physical counterpart of Satan, which is Esau. Okay? Let's go to the next one. It says how Sierra Leone joined forces for National Digital ID for Africa livecast. So this is what they're doing in Africa. Everyone's getting digital ID. They're doing it in Nigeria. They want to do it in Sierra Leone. All of this is amongst Jake in West Africa, the Gold Coast. Okay? They had a live cast on YouTube in Nairobi. This is from March 23rd. So these are the things that these global seers are manifesting in the earth. All right, through the left-hand side. Okay, let's read this one. Jamaica prepares for digital ID awareness campaign. Biometric passport rollout. Okay. It says they want to implement a new ID system. This comes as the country is looking forward to the rollout of its new generation biometric passport from the 31st of March. So as of last week. Okay? These are the things that Esau is doing through these countries. These ain't Jake companies. These are Edomite companies. Esau companies. Esau tech startups and things like that. But the government is is taking these companies' technology and using it within their own governmental system so they can use it on their citizens. Okay? Let's move on. Airport biometrics pilot announced and more anticipated. Heartbeat recognition proposed for travel. Okay, I'll read some of this. It says biometric technology is becoming increasingly important in the travel industry. Yeah, down here in Atlanta, at the famous international airport down here in Atlanta, they have because brothers went there, right? A few brothers went to the airport to show how they're setting up the system for biometrics. Okay, and this for the international flights. Okay, and this was before the C-19. So imagine what kind of tech and what kind of things they can implement today. All right. It says with the development of new capabilities, biometric authentication is seen by an airport in Vietnam. Technology vendor NEC America and a European airline as enabling more efficient and secure ways to confirm identity and enable access when traveling. So you got Vietnam, you got Europe, you got America. All right, this is a global movement to turn the world into a biometric digital world order of Esau. Let's go to the next one. Why biometric technology holds the key to restoring consumer trust in digital ID. Over the last few years, digital ID has paved the way for more secure, practical, and inclusive payments. Digital identification, also known as digital ID, signifies information that is stored in a digital format to prove the identity of a person or an organization. Yeah, like when you go and you get these jobs and you sign up for certain things, you got to have your social security card, you got to have your birth certificate, you might have to have like a utility bill, different ways to show that you are who you say you are. Your driver's license, state ID. But with these digital IDs, right, everything could be in one place. They'll give you a card or they'll give you like a app on your phone. But eventually, remember, we're dealing with biometrics. They're going to use your body. This is why the fingerprint thing is getting more advanced. Okay? Palm reading. It's all leading up to that charagma, man. Okay? I'm reading the articles. These people and these websites, they follow this tech around the world, developing information on these things. It says Safe Schools Group advises on biometrics deployment and latest security guidelines. Yeah, here in America, you got these school shootings that happen 50 times a year. So they're saying, okay, how do we keep our kids safe? Let's make sure we can identify them and we know who they are. Okay? The 2023 update to the safety and security guidelines of the Partner Alliance for Safer Schools, PASS, includes technical and procedural recommendations on using biometrics in K through 12 schools. Here in America, you see the image, cameras and things, robots can look at your face and say, okay, this is student so-and-so, age 8-9 years old, teacher, Miss Williams. That's the way they want this tech to be able to identify your children, man. The updated PASS Safety and Security Best Practices Guide offers comprehensive guidance to school districts seeking to improve their safety plans, including using biometric technologies like finger scanning and facial recognition. Your kids go into school, they have to scan their fingerprint, right? They go through these different metal detectors, which they've had them in schools, different schools around the country. You go through these different metal detectors and these different technological advanced recognition systems. So each student is accounted for. You know, X-ray machines, or this person have a firearm. You know, that's why these things are happening. Okay, leading up into what Biden once again talking about weapons control. But this is what they want to put in place to make sure your kids are so-called safe. But it's all about control by the elites. This is the image being formed, man. We're seeing it happening before our eyes, right? Medical industry. Digital Identity Federation proof of concept for health record access shows promise. Okay, so this is what they want to do as far as your health records. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say on that. Let's go to this. It says, with AI Act and ID Wallet, EU jockeys for leadership on digital policy. So over there in Europe, AI ID Wallet. Let me read this down here. It says, the General Data Protection Regulation has already served as a model for similar policies in Brazil and India. Now, the EU is hoping its AI Act will fulfill the same role as a foundational document among nations looking to regulate AI, machine learning, and other transformational technologies just beginning to come into the mainstream public eye. And they've been working on these things for decades, man. You know, 40s and 50s, working on this computer technology. Then after they get it to a certain point, then they release it as a PC, personal computer in your home, like in the 80s and the 90s. But this technology has been in development, man. World Economic Forum panel pushes for blockchain-based decentralized digital ID. This is from April 3rd. So this is what, Monday? Okay. This is what they're doing. And they want to use this blockchain. Everything is going to be on this blockchain tech system. All right. That's what this Biometric is. It's all going to be connected through blockchain and the internet. Internet of things, internet of people. Everything is going to be on the internet. Okay. Why do you think Elon Musk can get Twitter? You think that was a fluke? No, that's all in the news. What they're doing is he's a tech giant. He owns PayPal, Neuralink, okay? Twitter. It's all going to be connected, okay? It's all connected, all right? Let's go to the next one. All right. Digital wallets to be as essential as browsers. Open Wallet Foundation calls for builders. See, they want to build this system. This is from February. They want to build this ID digital wallet system. What we're trying to accomplish is not standards, trust frameworks, and governance, but we are going to build open source code, says Maria Ostina, head of digital identity Visa at the Open Wallet Foundation launch. Ostina was speaking alongside other board members and project participants at the introductory session. We are not building a wallet, but an engine for wallet building, said board member David Treat, senior managing director, global metaverse business group lead, Accenture. All right. So there you go. They're setting it up. The system is being built. Okay. And it's all going to tie together. Health, school, airport security, the police force, your banking, your digital wallets. All right. Everything is going to be centralized in this system, man. Okay? And that's the image that is emerging. That is fulfilling this prophecy here. Okay? So with that, all praise going on is going to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakah Kodash, the learners to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom.